Happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone. I figured, sorry for late. I was hoping to do this on Friday, but things came up, so I didn't do it on Friday. So I'm doing it tonight. Hey, I was planning on making a margarita anyway, so it kind of works out with being Cinco de Mayo and all. So happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. It's happy anniversary to our friends, the Grisbins, and also the Vosses today. So it's a popular day to get married. One reason why I want to do the margarita is it kind of continued along with the Tonitini from last week using the special ratios. The special ratios you can always use for just about almost any kind of fancier cocktail that's using mixers of any kind, really. So really, you got to remember what the rules are. Is it's 2 parts of a base liquor, so it's typically going to be a vodka, a gin, and of course in a margarita, it's going to be the small bottle of tequila. And then you're always going to be 1 part of a sweet liquor, so it's either like triple sec or Cointreau, or in one of the margaritas I'm going to make today is Midori. And then the other part is juices. So today we're going to do typically 1 part lime juice and 2 parts sour mix of some kind. And we're going to kind of talk about that and mix it up a little bit. Because again, you can just play around with those ratios and make whatever you want out of them. So the first one I'm going to start with, actually, before we go into that, let's talk about sour mixes though real quick. So there's a lot of ways you can do it. First thing I would recommend is never ever buy that jug of stuff. It's way too sweet and it tastes chemically and stuff like that. The only store-bought sour mix, aka, or in this case it's margarita mix technically, has been this stuff. Also Kroger makes a Simple Truth brand that's identical to this at half the price. It's usually hard to find though. So this you can find in most places. It's pretty tasty. It's not no corn syrup in this. And it's not too sweet and it's not too sour. It's just about right. But personally, I like to make my own sour mix. What I like to do is use fresh squeezed lime juice, lemon juice. Typically, the ratio I like to make is 1 lemon to 1 lime. But since lemons are bigger, if you're already juicing them, as I did here, it's going to be 2 to 1 ratios on that when I mix that together. So yeah, that's sour mixes. Oh, and a pinch. You can use pineapple juice, which I also will be using in one of the drinks going forward. But it tends to be a little sweet, and of course, it tastes like pineapple, so it can kind of throw off the taste depending on what you're looking for there. And also with the homemade stuff, this can be very tart depending on how ripe the lemons and limes are. You can always throw some simple syrup in there to sweeten it up for you, most if you like this drink. All right, so next step for making a margarita is the tequila. Now, personally, when I'm making a margarita, I only ever use just basic Cuervo here, cheap stuff. You're mixing in lemon and lime juice. It's typically going to overpower just about any tequila you're going to throw in there. So I hate to see when people are at a bar and they're drinking, for example, this bottle here, Casa Azul. This is a $120 bottle of tequila here, and they're putting this in a margarita. You typically want to slap that out of their hand and be like, what the hell are you doing? I also have a bottle of Casa Amigos here. This is my favorite go-to mid-range tequila here. It's about $60 a bottle. This makes a good one. Again, I typically don't make margaritas out of this because I think it's overkill. Again, it's going to kill it. But I am going to make a top shelf margarita first, so I will use this. I will be breaking my rule. But that'll be my first one. And then I'm going to do my standard margarita. And then I'm going to do the special margarita, which the girls know who've been to Bailey's, or anyone who's been to Bailey's knows the kryptonite. So that's a very sweet tequila, or that very sweet margarita. So it's very approachable. Girls really love it. The first step, though, is I always make my margaritas on the rocks. Never do them frozen. That's never a sacrilege. Again, a bad thing. But again, I can't repeat strong enough to get to know your glasses. So again, this is a 12-ounce glass here. It's a rock glass. And you're going to fill it up with ice. So your question is probably, if you're filling it up with ice, how are you going to know how much liquid you're going to put in there? Well, again, you can play around with that and figure that out ahead of time. But the rough rule of thumb is as long as you don't have like crazy compact ice, is it typically uses up about half the volume of glass for a pretty packed glass. So if I go in here, fill this up decently, not overly full. So there's about 6 ounces of play here. So that's, again, what you're going to work with. I forgot my shot glass in my setup. I have it now. Very important, again, the shot glass here. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up. And as I stated before, you're going to be sticking with this basic rule. And again, since I have 6 ounces to work with here, it's going to be a lot easier to do the math on this. 2 parts of your base, which is going to be my small bottle of tequila again. That's again for you, Wally. I know how much you like the sizes of my bottles here. So I'm going to fill this up, 2 ounces. Again, this is full shot glass here. This is a 2 ounce glass. Pour that in there. And then again, since this is a top shelf, I am going to be using Cointreau on this. Again, if you don't remember, classic Cointreau is a orange liqueur. And typically, if you're making the margarita, you want to always use a secondary orange liqueur. So Grand Marnier is a really common one for that too. Oh, this is not top shelf. This is I messed this up. All right, we're going to be doing the basic one because I was going to do Casamigos in the top shelf one. This is what you get for not writing a script here.
This is the standard? Wait a minute,
This is the standard.
what are you trying to pull?
So, but I am mixing it with, this is all messed up here. Oh boy. All right,
We'll slap that in the glass and start it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I could do that. Let me just throw that in there. I'm going to start this over again real quick. Sorry. So I'm going to do
Top shelf.
Top shelf. Here we go. Take 2. All right, 2 ounces. Can't even mess that up. It's supposed to be 1 ounce of Cointreau. Oh, boy. This is live. Here we go. 1 ounce of Cointreau. All right. Now onto the mixers. So for my top shelves, I typically like to do 1 ounce of lime juice. And then 2 ounces of lemon juice. Okay, there you go. Throw some ice in your mixer. Again, when you're making anything with fruit juices, you always want to use a shaker. Give it a good shake. Again, about 30 seconds or so, but again, to save time. And there we go. This is my top shelf margarita. Alrighty. So let's put this up. Pretty tasty. It's a little tart. Probably could have used a little bit of simple syrup in there, but
yeah,
pretty smooth.
It's not bad though.
Yeah, no problem. I'm grabbing our glass here, so I need to swap glasses on this. All right, on to my basic margarita. All right, so this one, again, quick. Cuervo, 2 ounces. And for this one, I'm just going to use triple sec. And typically, I mix this one in large batches, and I'm usually measuring it in cups. But just for this demo, just going to do 1 ounce of triple sec here. And then for this one, this is where I'm going to break out the mix here. Because again, this is a pain in the ass to make. So again, 2 ounces I'm going to put in there of the sour mix. You can do the full 3 if you want. I like to throw in some lime juice. I'm going to do 1 ounce of lime juice on this. And again, got my glass here. Unfortunately, I did not measure this. This one's 10 ounces, so I'm not going to throw as much ice in here. So I did make this at 6 ounces. And this is standard classic margarita. Yeah, there you go.
Yay. Oh. It's a lot sweeter.
Yeah, you have this mix there. All right. Last one here for the evening before I sign off and have to drink all these and make our Cinco de Mayo dinner, which is, by the way, our favorite, I think our favorite drinking holiday, if you want to call it that. We used to throw really big.
We have many favorite drinking holidays.
Yeah. We used to throw really big Cinco de Mayo parties, which a lot of you probably remember or don't remember for that matter. All right, let me just clear this out real quick. All right, on to the last one here, which is the kryptonite. Again, the same basic rules here. Start off with your base, your tequila. 2 ounces of that, or actually a little less, because I'm going to be putting them back in that smaller glass. And instead of triple sec or Cointreau, we're going to be using Midori. This is a lime-flavored liqueur. It's really sweet too. So if you like really sweet stuff and then it turns like really green, this is a great liquor for you to pick up. All right. So that's Midori. And now on to the mixers that you're throwing there. The key ingredient on this one is actually pineapple juice. So 1 ounce of pineapple juice. No lime juice. This is a super sweet drink. Well, at least for me it is. I don't like sweet stuff. So that. And then, of course, we're going to do the margarita mix or your sour mix. And I put this at just under 2 ounces. Mix that in. Glass. Don't fill the shaker up with ice. And then throw some ice in the glass. All right. You pour, and this typically has a nice green color to it. And there you go. That is a kryptonite margarita. There you go. Oh yeah, that's
right.
Sweet and melony and pineapple-y, all that fun stuff. All right. And like I said, the other tequila, you want to save that for sipping, the good stuff. So again, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.